There are three things I want you to remember about quitting because you are not a quitter. That's why you're here. That's why you're the type of person who would watch the videos that I put out. That's why you are an entrepreneur. That's why you have something that you know you want to contribute to the world. So let's talk about this. Number one, there is a difference between resting and quitting. Rest if you must, but don't you quit. Don't quit. It's okay to take a minute. It's okay when you know that you need time for you, but don't quit and make sure that the things that you are doing, you do them consistently because it works a lot better if you do a little bit every day than if you do 4 hours a day for 2 weeks and then you take 2 weeks off because now you're burned out. It's better to be more consistent and not stop so often. So rest if you have to, but don't quit. The second thing is success is failure turned inside out. This is absolutely true. Sarah Blakely, she is the founder of Spanx. She was the first youngest woman billionaire in the world. And she shares her lessons on failure. She talks about how her dad every day when she and her brother would come home from school at dinner that night, every day he would ask what they had failed at that day as if it was a good thing. What did you fail at today? Because the implication was that if you didn't fail at something, you weren't trying anything. You weren't stretching and getting outside of your comfort zone. She said it taught her to expect more of herself, and it taught her to associate failure with growth. If you don't associate failure with growth, it's time to start making that connection and training your brain to decide that those two things absolutely go together. And the third thing is that the only true failure is giving up. You give up, that's when you fail. It may be near when it seems so far the goal that you're trying to reach. Now, I want to share with you a poem that has been a favorite of mine ever since I was young. I can say it I memorized it, and I can say, I would say most of it in my mind, but I'm going to read it here so that I don't mess it up. But I've loved it. And I'd recommend you commit it to memory or stick it on your wall. It's by John Greenleaf Whittier. And it goes like this. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high and you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. And many a failure comes about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worst that you mustn't quit. This is powerful. I know it's true. So I want you to think about those things the things you believe about failure, the things you believe about quitting. Don't you quit. Rest if you must, but don't you quit.